Welcome back. Another wonderful day of Emunah and Bitachon. Trying to live what we learn. That's really the goal. The goal is to try to live what you learn. There's different stages of the absorption process of information. First you learn the information and you learn how to do it, right? When you train someone. So first you train them, let's say in any business. I have a few people that are running successful businesses around the table, Baruch Hashem. We have tremendous success, listening, watching, everyone. And let's say get new employees. So the person comes in, you train them, and you teach them this, right? Whatever field you're working in. And then slowly, they become better at it. They train and it becomes what we call second nature. As you practice in your work, it becomes second nature to what you to the person. And an employee who sometimes comes in and takes a little bit of time to learn, but really works on it, so eventually they become really good employees because they really understand the system. They take the time to learn it. Those that are not and they don't absorb it, so then they don't always get it. In Emunah and Bitachon, it's the same thing. It's a training process. As a Yid, we have to train ourselves and help us understand how everything in the world is Einaid Movade. This that we keep going on, and it's reiterating in different words and different understandings, this concept that we're not in charge. I was davening this morning, it's campaign season. Those of you that listen know that it's campaign season now, and this is like one of the main fundraisers of the year. This brings in such a big bulk of what the yeshiva needs to survive and keep doing its work. And I was talking to Hashem, and I was like, Eibishter, absorbing Emunah, taking Emunah in, means surrendering. We keep calling it surrendering. We keep saying it. Now, it's not a cop-out. Surrendering is not a cop-out. It's just the relationship with Hashem that you understand. Rabbi Shem, you're the only one that could decide. And we said this a little bit yesterday. The Eibush is the only one that could decide how the shefa comes in. How much shefa? Shefa means pouring of bracha, pouring of the blessing, pouring of anything we need, right? How much of that shefa comes in? That's only Hashem could decide. Nobody else. So again, when a person is in a zone of surrendering and subservience to Rabbi Hashem, Einaid Movade, so you come to that level that everything I do is only because there's a mitzvah hishtadlus. Let me say it again. I can't say it enough. When you shake lulav and esrig, right? When you do a mitzvah, when you do hafresh challah, any of those mitzvahs that you do, so you don't know exactly what you're doing in Shemayim. You're doing something very big in Shemayim. When a man puts on tefillin, so he's doing something so big in Shemayim, but you don't know exactly. It's an ois, it's a sign. When you keep Shabbos, Shabbos is the ois of Hashem. I know exactly what I'm doing? No. Business is very tricky because when a person goes out to work, a person thinks he's doing something, but you're really not doing anything more than another mitzvah. It's a mitzvah Shabbos, so you're not doing anything more than another mitzvah. You have a mitzvah to do business, to make sure you're mafarnas your family, you're mafarnas your yeshiva, you're mafarnas yourself, parnas. All that is a mitzvah. So when you sit in front of your computer, or when you make a phone call, when you try to make a deal, and we're talking here, there's a lot of people sitting around the table here, and people on Zoom, right? So when you're doing that, you're not doing anything. What does it mean I'm not doing anything? But if I don't make the phone call, I don't make the money. How does it work? The answer is, Hashem said that there's a mitzvah to do hishtadlus. That's the connecting point. There's a mitzvah to do hishtadlus, and whatever the Eibishter's geyser, Hashem said, you get the shefa through that hishtadlus. Hishtadlus means trying. Our mitzvah is to try. Our mitzvah is not to accomplish. Rav Hutner used to say a line in Yiddish, midafton, midaf nicht ofton. I don't think it was his line, he borrowed it. You have to do, you don't have to accomplish. What does that mean? Hashem didn't tell you how to get to the end result. You have to try. Our job is to try. And it's everything. It's in Yiddishkeit that way. Person says, I daven, I try. I try to connect to Hashem, and your job is to try. Your job is to go out there, try to daven. Your job is to go out there, try to learn. Your job is to go out there, try to make money. Your job is to go out there, try to be a good person to people around you. And it's in everything. It's in everything in the world. Everything else is not in your control. The only thing in control is that I could try and connect to Hashem. And that's what the Chavis Avav says here on page 132. He says you should just know, right? The same way the Chaim Amavis is in the hands of Hashem. Obtaining food, clothing, and shelter and good qualities necessary for basic living, as well as to stay away from situations that conflict with these things, while maintaining clear conviction that the various means that he pursues will not benefit him in this area one iota, except by the decree of Hashem. That's the line. line. Rak ella b'gzeres habayis baruch. Anything that happens in your life is only b'gzeres habayis baruch. It's only b'gzeres Hashem. And the higher level of Emunah, the higher level you relate to that. I told one of my big donors this morning, I sent him a text message. Fortunately, there was loss in his family. He couldn't respond. And I felt bad. I don't like to bother people. I don't like to ask someone and this. But you have to know your hishtadlus, especially when you're fundraising. You have to be careful. You don't want to make a person feel bad who can't give. But at the same time, you want to be able to ask a person, give them the opportunity to give. We look at when a person helps a yeshiva or tzedakah, for instance, it doesn't just mean this yeshiva. Any tzedakah that you give, this is just great for everybody to know. When you give tzedakah, it's an opportunity to make the world greater. Hashem gave us money. That money that Hashem gave us is to make the world a better place. It's not to, of course, we're allowed to use it. Chavis always talks about it. You're allowed to have your riches and you're allowed to have all that. And nobody's chasram saying not. Well, but Hashem made you in charge of that money to be able to make the world a better place. Hashem didn't give you a lot of money so you're good. Oh wow, I have a lot of money, so I just sit and hold my money. No, that's not the goal. Hashem gave you money to make the world a better place. Which means after 120, when a person is in the grave, the money doesn't do anything for him. You can't be buried with your money. What's the point? It's not our money. You can't take the money to the grave. What does the guy want? He wants the money in his grave? Of course not. You can't take the money with you. You can't do anything with it after 120. So what do you have the money? Of course, a person could leave for the children but Hashem gives you the money to make the world a greater place, to buy schusim. So I reached out to a person and I said, I'm so sorry to bother you. I said, the Baal Shem Tov, it's a story to Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov used to go around that he would raise money, the holy Baal Shem Tov. He would knock on a door and then he would run away. Baal Shem Tov said his level of hishtadlus is he has to knock on the door. The person used to come running out and chase the Baal Shem Tov. Let me give you something. Tzaddikim could relate to that. So I said to the guy, I said, I'm not even Baal Shem Tov's pinky toe. I just have to keep knocking at the door. I'm staying at the door. I'm going to keep knocking at the door, right? In business, it's the same way. When some of the people listening might be the level of Baal Shem Tov, but hishtadlus is according to the level of a person, how high he has to be. I'm sure there's a year that's level of tzaddikim, but you have to work on yourself in your hishtadlus. Whatever level you're at is to understand that it's not me. It's not me. It's not you. It's all Hashem. Rak b'gzeres ella b'gzeres habayir. You're only going to make $1 with Hashem's help. So Chavis Avlav says somewhere else, if the whole world wants to take away $1 from you that you don't deserve to lose, they will not be successful. You're not supposed to lose $1, and the whole world tries to take it. They sue you and they get you and they try. If the whole world tries and you're not supposed to lose it, you won't lose it. If the whole, and he says this, it says Chavis Avlav, if the whole world tries to give you $1 that you don't deserve, try to give you $1, you're not going to get it. Why you're not going to get it? Because if you don't deserve the $1, Hashem is goyzer, you're not going to get it. You can make the biggest business deal in your life, Hashem will take away the money if you don't deserve it. So just be peaceful. Just go with it. Surrender, because it's Einad Mavadi. Live the life of Einad Mavadi, not as a cop-out. Live the life of Einad Mavadi. Have the nervousness, have the anxiety. Yes, it's okay to be worried. It's okay, but always remind yourself that it's all coming from Hashem. Have a day full of reminding yourself that it's all from Hashem. Have an amazing day.